Hello everyone, welcome back to Chess Comment. Today, I was exploring chess.com and I realized it has a lot of great features if you're serious about improving your chess. And one of them is the puzzle of the day. And when I came across today's position, I thought it was definitely worth discussing. It's very instructive and can really test your calculation and understanding. So, let's take a closer look. Here, it is White's turn to move, and White should win. The first thing you need to look at are possible checks, right? Because there's no way for you to win if you will just try to hunt for this pawn. So you're definitely trying to look for a checkmate or put the opponent's king and queen into a zugzwang so you can either win the queen or checkmate, right? Something like that. So let's try to go over the first check. After the king goes to c4, you play queen c4 check. The king can just even go back to d1. If you try to capture, there's no clear way to win, right? And if you give a check, the king just goes back to e1, and there's no clear way to win. I mean, if you're given a chance to check on h1, then you will win the black queen. So that's one of the ideas that you can formulate or look into creating. Oh, if the king goes to e1 and I'll be able to get a chance to check on the first rank, then I'll be able to win the black queen. It's one. So now let's go back then. What about trying to give a check on d4? Same goes. King just goes to c2, and even if you capture, there's really nothing much, right? Now, you can also think of, oh, hold up. What if the pawn is on b3? Will I be able to give a check on c3? And if the king goes back, I can give a check on f2. And I'll be able to win the black queen. Makes sense. So now, would you believe that the first move is actually a king move? And you gotta move it to h5. What is the main purpose of moving the king to h5? It is actually putting the position into a zugzwang, or we can say leaving the queen without a square to move. Why, coach? Are you going crazy, coach? It's the queen. The queen can go anywhere. Yes, it can go anywhere. But the queen needs to stay on this diagonal, or simply as needs to protect the square on d2, because there'll be a checkmate. And moving the king to h5 stops the queen from going to h6, which leaves black with only one logical move, which is playing pawn to b3. And now, since the pawn's already on b3, we gotta find the right check for the white queen to be able, to make the ideas that we have seen to happen. And the correct move is queen to f3 check. Why queen to f3? Remember earlier when the king was on e1, we are trying to imagine, oh, if we're able to check on the first rank, then we'll be able to win the black queen, right? And that takes away the idea of moving the king to e1 and leaves us with king to c2. And remember earlier again, we thought, oh, if we are able to give a check on c3, and then the king goes back to d1, we have knight to f2 check, and eventually we'll win the black queen as well. Because king goes to e2, we just capture the queen. And that takes away the idea of moving the king back to d1. And now we're left with king b1. And if the king goes to b1, we have knight to d2 check, and forces the king to go to a2. And same thing. Black loses its queen, and white wins. All right. I hope you guys learned from this nice puzzle of the day. And if you do, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course follow, and share the good chess part. Until next time. Bye bye everyone.